Oil continues to extend its rally, with oil bulls heading for new highs. The Russian ruble gains support from the strong energy market. If Brent moves above $61 per barrel, the ruble will have great prospects for further growth. It may well break through the level of 74 against the US dollar. The energy market is slowly returning to the pre-crisis levels that were last seen in January 2020. Brent quote settled firmly above $60 per barrel. At the moment, the price is testing the mark of 61. Oil bulls managed to break through this level at some point, but could not hold there for long. In the day trade, the pace of growth slowed down to 0.3%. On Tuesday, WTI crude is trading in positive territory, with its nearest contract holding above $58 a barrel. Hopes for a quick recovery of global fuel demand to pre-pandemic levels support the bullish sentiment. The increased demand in China could be a driver that pushed the prices higher. It has been reported that China is going to import almost 250 million barrels of oil from different parts of the world. According to Royal Dutch Shell, this is a clear sign that energy demand in China is on track to recovery. Another factor to lift crude prices is the news from the Middle East. The Iraqi leader called on the US to lift sanctions against the Islamic State. However, Joe Biden said he was not planning to lift sanctions yet. A weaker US dollar is also beneficial to the oil market. Today, traders are looking ahead to the official industry data from the US. A decline in crude stockpiles will definitely reinforce the bullish trend on oil. At the same time, oil may face correction at any moment. Currently, the market looks overbought. Brent has been rising for 7 sessions in a row without a pullback and has gained more than 10%. If the background deteriorates, oil bears will attempt to push the price back to $55 a barrel. If the price holds above the mark of 60, its next upward targets will be the levels of $63 and $64 a barrel. On Tuesday, Brent is expected to trade in the range between 60 and 61. The ruble has a good chance of closing today's session below the level of 74 against the US dollar. Further easing of the greenback against other measures and the rising oil market will help the ruble grow. Brent should hold strong at current levels to provide support for the ruble. The Russian currency also benefits from hopes for a fiscal stimulus package in the US. The pressure on the ruble has eased when the risk of sanctions from the Western countries became less serious. Investors have been showing more interest in the ruble since the end of the last week, but this enthusiasm may fade away as soon as negative factors emerge. If the sanctions rhetoric intensifies, the Russian currency will lose ground. Despite higher oil prices, the downward risks for the ruble still exist. US Secretary of State Antony Blinken said Washington considered taking action against Russia. It also holds the same tough stance on China. These political factors may limit further uptrend of the ruble. It is worth noting that last year the dollar-ruble pair was holding near the mark of 62 with similar oil prices. You've watched daily financial news on Insta TV with me, Anna Kasatkina. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep track of all the latest financial events. See you back soon.